Sweat ran down my neck. This heat wave was killer, and it was only the beginning of summer. I was so deep in my head that I didn't know I had company until I smelled wintergreen. Miles sat beside me and looked down at me. His face was lit up by the fading sun. His high cheekbones and angled jaw gave him a cute face. His wavy brown hair was curling again. He needed another trim. His emerald green eyes watched me from behind his black-rimmed glasses. He was leaner than the other boys, but his shoulders were still broad with some muscle to them.
"Are you all right?"
he asked immediately, his voice a quiet timbre. I kept my eyes on the mix of colors in the sky. "Yeah, fine." His eyes narrowed.
"Whenever you say fine, you're usually lying."
My eyes jumped to his. "What?" He grinned sweetly down at me.
"It's just something I've noticed. How did the doctor appointment go?"
I swallowed hard and looked back up at the sky. "My voice is still messed up, only permanently. Now we're just trying to stop any more damage."
"I'm sorry, Lexie,"
he said in that silky, smooth voice of his. "Me too," I whispered, my eyes burning. He reached over and gently took my hand off my stomach before holding it in his.
"That's not all, is it?"
I fought back tears. "Not ready." His hand squeezed mine gently before he lay down beside me on the worn wooden planks. His hand stayed in mine. Even though I was sweating from the heat wave, his shoulder pressing against mine was comforting. I wanted nothing more than to curl up in his arms and stay there, but then he'd know for sure something was wrong. Right now he only suspected.
"When you're ready to talk?"
he asked carefully. "I will, when I was ready." The back door opened.
"Hey, what are you two doing? There's pizza!"
Ethan shouted from the door. "How did you get here before them?" I asked, turning my head so I could look at him. Miles grinned.
"I called them from the car."
I smiled over at him. "Go eat. I want to stay out here a bit longer." His eyes searched mine. He had his thinking face on, the one that made the small wrinkle between his eyes.
"Are you sure?"
"Yeah." I squeezed his hand and let him go. He got to his feet, then quietly went inside. I looked up at the fading light again, enjoying the quiet. For a whole 3 seconds. Ethan towered over me on the dock.